Yo, welcome back. This is a random ladder game we played against Gravy Crane. We had some really cool games against them while I was hanging out in Europe for a while. And this is one of them. So we'll probably get two games on the channel, so probably this one and the other one. The other ones may even be more interesting than this one, so let's see how we go. Pretty mid start here, not really super interested in a lot of things. I really value Horsefield's bushlark, but this bird is such bait. You should probably never take it. I always do bad when we have to do Horsefield's bushlark, but yeah, white-browed Tit-Warbler, I think this bird's better than people give it credit for. It really scales really well into the game. Could be useful with the second end of round being eggs. I didn't see what bonus card that was. We should probably have a look at that so I can comment on it. And yeah, our wet options aren't really good. Let's see. Oh, ESP versus Ecologist. Well, you take ESP. I mean, Ecologist is really good, but ESP is ESP. Yeah, Oyster Catcher, probably the best option we got here. Considering taking the Sunbird, not really sure why we're thinking about the Sunbird, I suppose. I guess it's a bird. Just something to get going in the grasslands, maybe. Yeah, the Sunbird's a bit of a wild pick here. I don't really see the logic here. It might just be we want to do get our food set up and then do Oyster Catcher. Or maybe we're just thinking, if we're going to play Oyster Catcher, we're not going to have a worm to play this white-browed Tit-Warbler. So it might be valuable to have a bird like Sunbird around that we can either play easily or just throw away for some food. So we'll see which way we end up going with that. I mean, I think the Sunbird is just really bad. I think this bird is... it's good because it's got a star nest, but other than that, it's pretty terrible. White-browed Tit-Warbler, on the other hand, bird where you want to have eggs on the bird, on birds in the forest, and you get to roll that many die. I think this bird's really good. I think once you get to about about 3 birds, I think is the critical number. When you roll the 3 die, you're pretty likely to get another nectar, so that's really strong. Getting additional nectar is extremely good on Oceania, as we all know. So what are we going to do first up? There's a few ways we could play this. Oyster Catcher or white-browed Tit-Warbler. I do not remember what we do in this game, so I guess we'll have fun figuring it all out again. You can definitely see the Tit-Warbler angle here. You can very easily just take this nectar and fish, and nectar rat doesn't really make any difference. Just kind of get into our work here, basically. I don't think you do a Sunbird eggs. You could, but I don't think you do, not with this feeder. I think you're just better off taking food immediately, and that's probably the way to go. Yellow Rump Warbler, that's really scary. I mean, that's a very strong bird to be playing first off in your forest. My opponent, easy keep, you keep all 5, you play the Yellow Rump Warbler, and you just cycle. You just keep cycling until you find good stuff to play. So that makes his life a little bit easier. We'll just have to see what they find. Now the drawback is you only get to see 1 card per turn. So this Oyster Catcher is actually not going to get played because they happen to find Savi's Warbler. We will pick up Red-crowned Crane, typically a terrible bird, but with Endangered Species Protector, definitely want to have that. And Savi's Warbler is insane, one of the best birds in the game. Well, one of the best first wetland birds in the game. Yes, we're going to be giving out co-op cards, and that's really bad for us this game. Giving out co-op cards means my opponent's going to have the ability to cycle things with their Yellow Rump Warbler, but in Franklin Skull, okay, I think giving out extra cards is not really a problem here. I think if we were concerned, which we were a little bit, but we were going to do it anyway, Franklin Skull removes any semblance of a doubt here. My opponent is going to have plenty of eggs, they're going to have plenty of cards. You take eggs anytime you need cards, you cycle them all to get good cards with the Yellow Rump Warbler, you play stuff, and just kind of build out this crazy forest grasslands game. So I think that's really smart for my opponent. It's going to be very terrifying to play into. And they immediately start drawing, which makes a lot of sense. What are we going to do? We're going to draw Belted Kingfisher, not interesting. Nightjar, not interesting. Grackle is interesting, and Rybill is very interesting. We know that there's a good bonus card lurking behind the Ecologist, so Rybill is really good. It's always important to keep in mind of the other bonus card that you have at the start of the game, because if you ever see Rybill, you need to know if it's useful in the pool. So we can basically be playing towards a 6-point Ecologist fairly easily, and then play Rybill and get those points. And if we can do better than that, we do better than that, so that'd be cool. But yeah, Grackle has kind of solved a lot of problems for us. The Grackle and Tit-Warbler pair extremely well together. Even something like this Eurasian Coot, I'm not even that interested in. Like, Eurasian Coot, I don't really value that. Sunbird can go bye-bye, goodbye, Sunbird. You were definitely the worst bird. Oh, okay, fine, we can throw in Nightjar. Nightjar's never getting... Oh, Belted Kingfisher, sure. We're basically deciding which brand of awful do we not want to have in our hand. Keeping food, because that's currently our scarce resource, and cards, we have plenty of those. Though maybe there's an argument to get rid of the rat here, but maybe I'm just being paranoid with this feeder. Like, if we take worm, re-roll, and there's no nectar, we'll have a bit of a problem. Princess Stephanie's a Astrapia. Okay, we're definitely not going to have any issues with eggs this game. And we get another rat. That's totally fine. But we'll play this Grackle, and then, yeah, we don't really have any issues for the rest of the game, I think, in terms of eggs. Astrapia will be giving us eggs, Grackle will be giving us eggs. So we're kind of all set, I think. We're like, food is excellent, card draw is excellent, eggs are sorted. Now we just need to find an endgame. We do need to be mindful of the end of rounds as well, so like the next end of round being sets of 3 eggs, a little bit tricky. Maybe we will actually end up playing the Sunbird. You could argue that the Sunbird actually could be quite good. Like, if you're going to play a heavy bonus card strategy, I think Star Nests are a little bit... There's a lot of hidden value in those. They typically score a lot better than non-Star Nest birds. So, like, this 3-point Sunbird might actually be realistically a 4.5 point bird once we end up playing it. Simply because we know we're going to be playing a lot of bonus cards, or trying to at least, because we have this endangered species protected bonus card. So there is a thought for that, and if we ever get a free egg from the Astrapia, we can just slam it on the Sunbird and be done with it. So here I think you want to put this egg on the Tit-Warbler. Just thinking ahead a little bit, trying to get ahead of this next end of round. If we can get through to the next end of round and not need to use our Grasslands action, I think we're doing pretty well. I think my opponent's going to use this Astrapia a couple times, so there is a world even where we can play Sunbird immediately, as soon as we possibly can, just so we can potentially scoop up a couple eggs. So I think that is very interesting. Maltoni's Warbler comes up in the tray. They got to 4 birds played. What was their 4th bird? Bullfinch. Okay. Makes a lot of sense. Maltoni in the tray, I mean, it's not that good for my opponent, but it's Maltoni's Warbler, so it's never going to be that bad. It is another grasslands bird, so I think that's also very appealing for them to help build out their grasslands a little bit. And then they're not going to have any issues with food. The problem is that the Maltoni only gives them a extra draw action, which honestly not too terrible. Indian Peafowl comes up. We're going to take that immediately. Any way to get cards later on in the game without having to draw is fantastic. I got this Rose Ring Parakeet as well, so that could be something that we play. Unfortunately, the Parakeet does not qualify for ESP, even if that's our predominant target. So far, a very, very evenly poised game. I think I'd probably give the edge to my opponent. I think I would certainly prefer to have Franklin's Skull with 3 birds in my forest and Maltoni's Warbler in hand. I think that would be quite good. I didn't actually catch if they used their draw action to pick up Maltoni or not. They could have been quite smart. Using their weaker draw action to pick up Maltoni is kind of a free play. Free action, rather. And just kind of zoom from there. We've got stuff to do, we've got things to do. We very much want to fill out our forest. We definitely want to build a nice little forest engine that can score us mega points. I don't really have the birds to do that, which is always a bit of a bother. So there are 2 pathways. We could play this Peafowl in the forest. I don't like that, but it could work. Peafowl is good for EOR 3. It's good for just filling out our forest, but we're still lacking that critical last bird. Here's another Strapia egg. What are we gonna do? Maybe we just draw again. It's tough, right? It's tough. Like, in theory, I mean, Blackturn can go. I mean, Blackturn is actually okay. We'll keep that. Shelduck, yeah, because Shelduck can say goodbye. Again, Blackturn being a star nest bird, something I'm just gonna keep in my pocket just in case it happens to come up. Yeah, I think we do Peafowl into our grasslands here, and just see if we can find some better birds. Maybe we take the Sparrowhawk if we get absolutely desperate. Probably not, though. I'm not that desperate. It is good for 2 ends of rounds, though. So, I mean, that is something that has got going for it. What does our opponent do here? Why do we have a little break? There we go. Tree Swallow into the wetlands. Interesting choice. I don't really think they need to do that. I think they've got plenty of draw power. Indian Vulture. Love to see that. We're going to definitely be playing that bird this game. Canvas back. We're seeing a lot of star nests this game. I genuinely had no idea we were going to see so many. So that is that? Yeah, this is probably fine. We definitely want to play Indian Vulture. It's basically a 3-point bird that gives us more. Bird and a Flycatcher is one of the worst forest birds, but we may end up playing it simply because we don't have any other options. That's a bit of a pain. The good news is the Indian Vulture is just going to make these star nest birds even better. If my opponent does have, like, you know, Enclosure Builder, Wildlife Gardener, any of this stuff. Still not really content with our hand, though, so I think drawing here is probably good. Captain's Finch works. Shelduck could be interesting. Mistletoe Bird, I mean... Are we that desperate yet? We might be. Spangled Drongo, Mississippi Kite. Not really liking our options here. The good news is all these extra cards are going to get turned into points. I think we definitely want to play Captain's Finch. That's good for our ESP. It's good for this white and no powers end of round. I think that's okay. And we'd still want to get another bonus card that we can just liquidate with the Crane as well. The strategy with the Crane, though, I mean, this bird is extremely overrated. You do not get... It's basically score a bonus card now, draw a new bonus card, right? So the new bonus card is the points that you actually get from the Crane. With a few circumstances, right? The circumstances are if you're denying something from Greater Adjutant or Indian Vulture. If you're working with a card like Visionary Leader or Winter Feeder, where like the number of cards in hand and food in your supply kind of go up and down, so craning that's a fantastic play. And that's really the complete limitation, the complete set of things where that card is useful. Oh, Bonelli's come up, Taylor Birds come up, more Star Nests, love that. Sri Lanka Blue Magpie, okay. We have a game plan now. We have a game plan. This is looking good. I mean, we've done quite a bit of digging, probably more than is advisable, but the reason why we can buy this time is because we do actually have a crazy strong forest and a crazy strong draw action. We have no egg problems, so it's really about being able to assemble the best cards we can to play and then playing them. And if we were settling with substandard options, we will basically be cutting ourselves short. So every card in our hand should more or less be able to be played, be that through getting we'll play Indian Vulture just for the free card. And I think we might even be thinking of end of round considerations here. We always want to play Indian Vulture, so we're going to get that into the game immediately. And I think we're just being mindful of end of round, because we're fine. We're generating 3 food per turn. We just want to play birds. Like, play as many birds as we can, and if we have to lay eggs once or twice, that's not a big deal. This is also an opportunity for us to potentially start filling out end of round 4. An egg on that Indian Vulture carries with it a lot of weight. That qualifies us for the last end of round without us having to do anything. That's super valuable. While there are other birds that we might want to play as well that will have use as well, like Benelli's Eagle and things like that. Qualifying us now could save us a headache later on, and that's always nice. So really, this is a game in patience and restraint, and really being deliberate about what we're trusting in the Savi's Warbler to find us the good birds. And then once we've got the framework, we build the plan. Once we've got the plan, we execute the plan. So yeah, we're going to go after the end of round here, and I think that's smart. I mean, Moltoni's Warbler really typically quite bad with these ends of rounds. Oh, not laying on Indian Vulture, that's a mistake. There we go. I was going to say, that would be a big mistake, not laying on this Indian Vulture. The reason why Moltonius really struggles with these end of rounds is because you have to play a bird, and that costs an egg, and if Moltoni is a really strong bird, but if you can win some of these ends of rounds that are awkward, like birds with eggs, sets of eggs, number of times on play bird. For instance, play bird round 4, Moltoni can only ever get 2 birds on that, so if you can play 3 birds in round 4, you kind of get some extra value there. So always useful to know like how to play against these very, very strong birds, and kind of opportunities that you might not always get in other situations. Case in point, laying 3 eggs here is really valuable. It's basically probably a 6-point turn simply by laying eggs, because my opponent loses they're probably going to get 1 set of eggs, so we would have tied. Breaking the tie earns us 3 points effectively. So we'll see what Moltoni they have, but other than that, we've got a pretty clear game plan, right? We want to play Sri Lanka Blue Magpie, we want to play Cassin's Finch, we want to play Benelli, we want to play whatever we can. There's Noddy, it's kind of interesting, but I think probably not something that we have time to go pick up at this moment in time. We could consider the Mississippi Kite. I don't think we should. We have plenty of cards, so we can start throwing them. Goodbye, Mississippi Kite. Take our Nectar, and we can start tucking things as well. Spangled Drongo, goodbye, not going to play you. And we can start using this Tit-Warbler, which is going to give us even more food. So, like I said, even though we only had 2 birds played, we have a very excellent setup where we're getting 3 food natively per turn, plus a 4th if we throw a card, plus points off the Grackle. Like, it's a very, very, very effective 2-bird combination. And we can just fill out this forest. Like, there's no stress now. There's absolutely no stress. Do we play Magpie now? Do you play Cassin's Finch now? I mean, I don't know. I think there's some debate there. Do you play Mistletoe Bird? Just the rogue Mistletoe Bird. Just to like, you know, assert dominance. I mean, it's not the craziest play in the world, but no, we shouldn't do that. There will be a time where I play Mistletoe Bird unironically. Unfortunately, that won't be today. But it's such a bad bird, but you know, it's a Vidi bird, it's a star nest, it gives you a free berry, you can upgrade that to a nectar. I mean, yeah. So the Cystropia is still giving out eggs, which is totally fine by us. We'll play Cassin's Finch, always good to do that. Behaviorist is definitely going to be our keep here. We should be able to get a couple points off Behaviorist, so like Rybill into the second column. We know what we're going to get with Ecologist, so there's no reason why we couldn't play it early. I mean, sure, we might deny ourselves something better later on, but it's still pretty good to play now. Not a bad target for our Crane either. Like, take the 3 points off of Behaviorist, and then just get a better card. Not an entirely unreasonable position. I mean, if we had the Yellow-Rump Warbler and we could cycle cards into, like, the Grey-Leg Goose and play Goose, and then do some fun stuff with that, maybe there would be a reason to try and score more off it, but I think for now, we are under no urgency to do anything, and I think... Oh, my opponent played Shelduck, okay. Getting themselves even more card options. Honestly fair. Maybe they haven't found the birds that they want to find. Maybe they're still kind of struggling. It happens sometimes, even though they have really, really good draw power. We're still getting so many eggs from the Cystropia. I mean, eggs are like just like a negative problem for us at the moment. Yeah, Mistletoe Bird, goodbye. We won't be playing you today. Nightjar, goodbye. Not going to be playing you today. We'll deny this Nectar just in case it comes up. And look, we roll ourselves a Nectar. We have no reason why we can't just keep Nectar here. I don't know why we kept the berry. We should have just kept Nectar. I'm probably just being stupid. Because, like, even if we have Nectar, we can always just cash it with the Sri Lanka Blue Magpie. Maybe we are thinking about the Rose Ring Parakeet. That's at some point, maybe we play that with the fruit, but I don't know. not particularly enthused by that prospect. I think it's pretty clear that we need to play Sri Lanka Blue Magpie now, though. Sri Lanka Blue Magpie, take food, and play something else. What's our next best bird? I don't know. Could be Rabel. Could just be Crane. We could play Crane and... Oh, we can Crane ESP. Oh my god, we can Crane ESP. So we can very much do the I have greater Indian busted at home meme, because what we can do is we can the other situation, which I didn't cover earlier, which I really should have because I didn't even realize it, is we can do the very, very dirty Crane your best bonus card and then Ribel it back. So that sounds like fun. Mountain Bluebird into Eastern into Mountain into Eastern Imperial Eagle. So that's scary, and that probably means they're going to win this end of round, which is fine. We could do Rosering Parakeet. Yeah, looks like we are going to do Rosering Parakeet. We can do our own version of this play. So we can do Rosering Parakeet into Benelli. That's kind of nice. I think that's fine. I mean, I don't really mind not getting Sri Lanka Blue Magpie into the game just yet. I think that's not the end of the world. Because we still have a turn that we can still play it. But I think maybe we play Crane ESP and then pull it back with Ribel. I think that makes a lot of sense. That puts us back in the lead for this end of round as well, so that's super helpful. Yeah, this is looking pretty okay. Certainly liking our position. Or Nectar into the Grasslands as well. So that's a very winnable Grasslands Nectar as well, so we probably want to play Tailorbird. Tailorbird with 2 Nectar to win the Grasslands Nectar. That doesn't sound terrible. But I think we want to play Red Crown Crane now. I think we want to guarantee that we can win this end of round. My opponent's laid eggs. They will still have a Moltoni play somewhere. That's why we should have taken the Nectar. I don't know why we didn't just take the Nectar. Oh well. If you're gonna do this, keep the fruit. Spend the worm. Okay, yeah, we just made a mistake. So we Crane the ESP. You need to make sure you've got at least 4 rats for Pallet to Sector. And then do whatever you like. In this case, we're having a bit of fun. Making a little bit of a rainbow collection on this card, so that's kind of fun. And we get Citizen Scientist, a terrible, terrible bonus card. So in this case, the Red Crown Crane is not really scoring us any points. I think the net effect of it is going to be 3 points. Because we know we can Ribel back Ecologist, and that would give us 6 points. And we're going to bring back ESP, which is a 3-point delta on the 9 points that we cashed off of it. So it's still a nice play, but it's like, okay, I guess the crown. Okay, once you add in the points you got from ESP for playing the bird, it probably ends up being like an 11-point play. So I mean, it was fine. It was fine. Was it that much better? Nah. It feels good to play. This bird feels good to play, but it really isn't. It's deceptively low scoring. And yet I keep playing it. Why do I do this to myself? Oh, we're also going to slam Ribel. Okay, that's fair enough. Slam Ribel. We'll bring back our ESP for 12. So that feels good. Very Creator Indian busted at home. The points are looking really good at 89 already, so we're doing pretty good. But ESP will do that, especially since we've effectively doubled it. And now we just need to figure out what our last couple plays are going to be, and probably just going to be food, magpie, food. Geez, I've forgotten the name of the bird. That common tailor bird, and then food again, and just cash everything on with the magpie. There is an angle as well where we want to lay eggs, because we can lay eggs on Benelli, we can lay eggs on the tailor bird, and get 4 platform nests in the game, which could be valuable. Who knows? Yeah, I think the real point here is look at my action distribution for this round. It's like play 4 birds, take food twice. And that's what the setup allowed us to do, right? We were getting so much food, so many eggs from the Astrapia and the Grackle, and from laying eggs in the second EOR that we're really not wasting our time doing anything except scoring points. Like, it's been a very, very, very productive round 3. And I think when you do have that platform to be able to do stuff, sometimes it's not about assembling this crazy engine that allows you to score mega points. It can just be about scoring points, playing birds. If you can generate resources, you put that to work, and we're doing not so bad here. What's our opponent going to do? Probably just going to play. I mean, if they do a double play, we should be safe. We might lose the nectar in the wetlands, but that's fine. Astrapia with another egg. We'll slam that right on Benelli. I mean, this is really a lesson in Astrapia giving away so much value here. I think, in retrospect, I think my opponent might want to reconsider how often they were using this bird, because it is giving me such an enormous advantage in this game. Not only am I, like, able to play these really strong birds, I don't even need to lay eggs to hit 3 birds for the last end of round, and that's already challenging to beat. And I really feel like, you know, Astrapia can be a really interesting bird, but I think where it's really bad is particularly when you have these end of rounds that are egg heavy or have eggs, and the Astrapia allows you to either meet min bound or win without having to do anything, and I think that's something you've really got to keep in mind of. Like, if your opponent's going to ult egg source, in this case our Grackle, they can just use those eggs and you get stung really hard. It's not just the point you're giving away, it's also the end of round points you're giving away. So yeah, definitely something for to be mindful of when you play this. Atlantic Parfin. Well, we're not too sad to see that, because we do have this Indian Vulture, and that will hopefully yoink a pretty good bonus card from our opponent, but I guess we'll wait and see. Alright, so that is another Star Nest. It might be that they will just win by virtue of having to do the Moltoni actions and laying... yeah, they might be able to just win it. I think there is an argument here to try and get Tailorbird in as fast as possible so we can grab the Astrapia egg when it inevitably comes by. That might just be hurting us too much. Actually, our opponent just took food anyway, so never mind. That's not even in contention anymore. I probably should have put that on my Cassin's Finch, now that I'm thinking about it. Would have given us an extra nectar, extra chance at a nectar. It didn't end up mattering because Tit-Warbler found the nectar anyway, but you know, things we should be considerate of, and that's definitely one of the things we should be considerate of. So 1, 2, 3, 4 platform nest birds. So definitely is an angle where we can take eggs at some point if we play this Tailorbird. I think that makes a lot of sense. We just cash whenever we can with Sri Lanka Blue Magpie, and so it's going to be Magpie, food, Black and Nutty from my opponent. So they're playing some really good birds, so that's always scary. So yeah, Magpie, take food, play Tailorbird. Oh, Nutty means they win the end of round. Okay, we shouldn't lay eggs, we should just take food. Food is a slightly better action for us. Food is a 6-point action if we are able to take it, so definitely worthwhile doing that over the 4 points from Grasslands. It is a bit of a bother though that we are losing the Wetlands and the Grasslands Nectar. We should be able to win the Grasslands Nectar, but I think my opponent can maybe steal the forest. Maybe they won't steal the Forest Nectar. You got 6 Nectar put in there. I think we're okay, actually. I think we're fine. I think we're going to win 2 out of 3 Nectar. I think it's very unlikely that they're able to get enough Nectar to win. Are they taking food again, by the way? I think they are. That's always reassuring, because my opponent can only play 1 more bird. Oh, they're doing the naughty reset. Sure. But that's nice for us. It's given us a bunch of nectar. We're very happy to see all that nectar. We might as well reset the feeder. Okay. Don't think that changes anything for us anyway, but we will yoink the nectar away. We get another nectar. And honestly, It honestly doesn't matter. I have 4 rodents cached on my red crown crane, so even if they do have pallet dissector, we are sitting pretty. We are all very happy about things. So yeah, they've took the fish rather than tucking them on the noddy. That's very suggestive of the fact they want to play 2 birds. So play 1 in the conventional round and play 1 as the Moltoni play. So that's fine. So we'll play Tailor Bird. I think Tailor Bird is the obvious play. Actually, we have to do some math. Is Tailor Bird better? 0 points plus 4. It's a 4-point play to do that. How much food do we have? We have 5 food. 1, 2, 3, 5. Get 5 food on the magpie. Tuck 1 on the grackle. But Tailor Bird is another star nest, so it might be relevant for. Oh no, and it flips the nectar. So Tailor Bird is 4 points plus a nectar flip, which is a 6-point swing. So this ends up being a 10-point play, which is definitely going to eclipse whatever we can score from taking our forest one more time. So yeah, unassuming play, but a useful play nonetheless. And we'll see what our opponent's last 2 plays are. They have enough. Yeah, they've got enough eggs for everything. They might really have no options at all and might be taking Shelduck. I'm really hoping Shelduck hits something, but we'll see. Definitely didn't score as many points this round as we did in round 3. I mean, round 3 we kind of went ham, like the Parakeet and Benelli, the Crane Rybill play. That was really nice. It's not like my opponents had a lack of card access, so they really truly have nothing. That would be a genuine surprise. Oh, what do we do here, actually? Hold on. I'm realizing it's only 4 points to take, 4 points to take food and 4 points to... They laid eggs again! Oh, that is genuinely surprising. Genuinely shocking. After they kept the fish from the noddy, I was sure they had something to play. Might have been an end of round consideration. Like, there's no way we can win this end of round. But maybe we can split up our eggs across a bunch of birds and go for like some zoologists or something. I mean, there's really no point in laying on Tailor Bird. It's totally fine. Yeah, it's 4 points either way. And yeah, I guess this is probably slightly better. We've already maxed Pallet Sector if they have it. We will qualify, we'll max out Oologist now. And taking food in the forest doesn't change anything for us. It gives us more caches, but we've already maxed out the caching objective. So in a choice between 4 points and 4 points, you take the 4 points that potentially offer you an upside in hitting another bonus card. But we will see what our opponent has. I do feel a bit dirty that we've gotten like 21 points from Endangered Species Protector. It's a little bit disgusting. It's very Greta Indian busted at home. Booby is the last play. Okay, that's actually interesting. My opponent might be able to finagle things so that I don't score well off this Indian Vulture, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's Omni for 8. Okay, cool. Cool. I will take Omni for 8. Let's see what these final scores are. I suspect birds will be quite similar. We had similar-ish birds. Actually, I lied. They smashed us. Bonus points, we were very strong. Still a bit of a deficit though. End of rounds, we were okay. Eggs, we had plenty thanks to Tailor Bird. Food on cards, we had a ton thanks to Crane. Tucked cards, very close. Nectar, we won 2 out of 3. and we just managed to clutch it 131 to 125. And let's see what our opponent did here. They had Wagtail as well. So yeah, they had a pretty decent array there. I didn't quite catch. Data Analyst for 5 points. So that's, okay, the chain from Boltoni to Imperial Eagle. Okay. Well, what a very close game. I kind of got lucky there with, okay, let's be real. I mean, the Crane to kill, to score ESP and then pull it back with Ribble looked very cool on paper. But the reality is that was actually only a net 3-point play above pulling back Ecologist, right? If we had just done Crane on Behaviorist, got our 3 caches, the card we draw is useless, doesn't really matter. And then Ribble is played and we pull Ecologist back, that's net 3 points difference. So Crane is hard to math, but it's not so bad. And in that world, 3 points is a 2-point, it's another 3-point win above that, so it would have been 128 to 125. So, you know, the shenanigans with ESP didn't win this game. However, ESP did win this game, right? I mean, I scored 21 points from that bonus card alone. I mean, that's a lot of points. And even if we never cashed it with the Crane, we would have still got we still would have got a lot of points out of that card. The ESP is just too strong. This card needs to be nerfed. Please, 2 points. Make it a 2-point bonus card. If it's 2 points, I feel like this thing's balanced. At 3, it's insane. But yeah, GG's to Gravy Crane. I think again they had a pretty fun game, and I think the whole I really think the reason they lost this game was Astrapia. I feel like that bird gave me way too many eggs, allowed me way too many freedoms, and just allowed me to do a lot of things that I shouldn't have been able to do. And yeah, I had ESP, I had some nasty stuff, but like, you're always going to have nasty stuff when you've got Savi's Warbler. Just different varieties of nasty stuff. And I think Astrapia, on this particular game, didn't do them any favors and just enabled me to get my nasty stuff onto the board, despite the fact they had a really strong game plan with Warbler, Franklin Skull, Moltoni, all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, GG's, fun game. I hope you found that one interesting. I found it interesting. And the next game might even be better, so we'll see you in that one. And yeah, until then, we'll see you around.